Ilia Topuria says he's ready for war, but Islam Makhachev isn't answering the call. The undefeated Spanish-Georgian superstar knocked out two legends back-to-back, vacated his featherweight crown, and set his sights on lightweight gold. But instead of a title shot, he's getting radio silence and pushback from some of the sport's biggest names. Is the UFC avoiding a super fight, or is Topuria skipping the line? Ilia Topuria, fresh off back-to-back knockout wins over featherweight, legends Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway made the bold move to vacate his 145-pound title in pursuit of double champ status. According to Topuria, this decision was based on a clear promise from the UFC that his next fight would be for the lightweight title. Now officially a contender in the 155-pound division, Topuria has made it clear that he has no interest in climbing the rankings or fighting lower-ranked contenders. His full focus is on Islam Makhachev and the lightweight belt, and he's willing to sit out and wait for that opportunity, no matter how long it takes. For him, the belt isn't just a goal, it's a promise, and he expects the UFC to honor it. Ilia Topuria is making it crystal clear. He's not interested in taking the traditional route through the lightweight division. Despite not having any fights at 155 yet, Topuria has doubled down on his stance that he deserves a direct shot at Islam Makhachev's title. On the Joe Rogan Experience, Topuria stated that he's unwilling to fight anyone else. No tune-up fights, no contender eliminators, no proving ground matchups. He believes his dominance at featherweight, capped off by knockouts of Volkanovski and Holloway, should be more than enough to justify a championship opportunity in a new division. What's more, Topuria is directly calling out Makhachev for what he sees as dodging the fight. He accuses the lightweight champ of avoiding him all the time and hiding behind the notion of contenders' rankings and division pecking order. According to Ilia, Islam's public image of being a dominant champion and a killer doesn't hold up if he's not willing to face the guy who just took out the two greatest featherweights in UFC history. Topuria's attitude is defiant and full of self-belief. He sees himself as the rightful challenger, and he's staking his career momentum on that belief. He's ready to stay on the sidelines and wait for the fight to happen, rather than risk his shot by taking on other contenders. It's a bold strategy, and one that has sparked major debate among fans and fighters alike. Is he showing guts and self-respect, or is he trying to leapfrog a stacked division full of killers? While Topuria is demanding a title fight, Islam Makhachev and his camp are firmly against the idea, and they've been vocal about it. Makhachev, known for his dominance at 155 and his measured, methodical rise to the top, doesn't believe Topuria should be granted an instant shot at the weight belt. The core argument? Topuria hasn't fought a single lightweight yet. From Islam's point of view, and more significantly, from the perspective of his mentor Khabib Nurmagomedov, a title challenger should earn their shot by fighting top contenders in the division. Khabib emphasized that Islam has put in the work, 16 or 17 UFC fights, a winning streak that stretches back years, and successful defenses against elite opponents. In contrast, Topuria only has a handful of UFC fights and has yet to prove himself in the 155-pound landscape. Khabib doesn't believe in rewarding hype or cutting the line based on flashy wins in a different division. In a recent interview, he plainly stated that putting Islam's legacy on the line against someone who hasn't walked the same road is not only disrespectful but dangerous. Not because Topuria is a massive threat, but because it sets a precedent that undercuts the value of earning your place. Makhachev and Khabib's refusal isn't just strategy, it's philosophical. It's about respect for the sport, for the division, and for the path fighters have taken to reach the top. In their view, giving Topuria a title shot now undermines the meritocracy that makes champions truly great. Until Ilia beats a top 5 or even top 10 lightweight, they don't believe he belongs in the cage with Islam, no matter how much star power or marketing buzz he brings. While some in the MMA community support the idea of Topuria getting a title shot, not everyone is sold on his chances if it happens. UFC lightweight contender Mateusz Gamrot chimed in with a brutally honest take. He doesn't think Ilia Topuria would stand much of a chance against Islam Makhachev, should the fight ever come to fruition. Gamrot did give credit where it's due. He acknowledged Topuria's skills and the incredible run he's had at featherweight. But in his eyes, size matters, and at lightweight, Topuria just doesn't match up physically. Islam is widely known for being a big, strong, and physically dominant lightweight. Many even consider him a borderline welterweight who cuts to 155. Topuria, on the other hand, is moving up from 145 and is already considered compact for that division. Gamrot pointed out that Islam is not just strong, he's elite everywhere. His grappling, clinch control, top pressure, and striking have evolved to the point where he can adapt to any opponent. And against someone with a smaller frame like Topuria, those tools become even more dangerous. Gamrot said it plainly. If your body is smaller than his, you don't have a chance for sure. This perspective echoes what many fighters and analysts have said. Topuria might be a phenom, but the physics of the fight matter. Lightweight isn't just about skill, it's about surviving in deep waters against big, powerful men who've trained their whole careers to fight at this weight. Without a fight to prove he can handle that pressure, Topuria is a wild card at best and overmatched at worst. Gamrot's comments tap into a deeper concern. Can Topuria's dominance translate up a weight class? Or will the power and pressure of the lightweight elite be too much? Until he steps in against someone at 155, those doubts will linger, and they may be the biggest hurdle between him and the belt. Former UFC double champ and respected analyst Daniel Cormier isn't buying into the Ilia Topuria hype train. At least, not when it comes to challenging Islam Makhachev right now. Cormier, who trained alongside Makhachev and Khabib Nurmagomedov for years at American Kickboxing Academy, has deep insight into how the Dagestani camp thinks. And according to DC, this isn't some kind of negotiating ploy. This is about values and legacy. Cormier made it clear that Khabib doesn't bluff. When he and his team say something publicly, they mean it. And what they're saying now is simple. Ilia Topuria hasn't earned the right to fight Islam. Not yet. In Cormier's view, Makhachev is trying to cement his place among the greatest lightweights of all time. And that means fighting proven, high-ranking contenders who've made their mark in the division, fighters like Justin Gaethje, who's been in the trenches and fought the who's who at 155, bring the kind of name value and legitimacy that adds to a champion's legacy. Cormier also pointed out that 2 of Islam's past 4 title defenses were already against former featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski, one of them on short notice. While those wins were impressive, they've already raised eyebrows about whether Islam is defending against the top lightweights or simply taking high-profile fights. Fighting Topuria, yet another featherweight turned lightweight, might look like another sidestep to critics, especially when Topuria hasn't faced a single true lightweight threat. And most importantly, DC emphasized that the mindset of fighters like Islam and Khabib is different. They don't chase paydays, they chase greatness. Khabib even turned down $40 million to return, proving that their decisions are built on principle, not profit. So when they reject the idea of fighting Topuria, it's not ego. It's about staying true to a legacy that's been carefully built step by step. In the end, Cormier gave it to fans straight. If you're hoping to see Topuria versus Makhachev next, don't hold your breath. The Dagestani camp won't be pressured, and Islam Makhachev is more likely to fight someone like Gaethje or Arman Tsarukyan next, opponents who've climbed the ranks and earned their shot the hard way.